I'm a social entrepreneur by profession, a civil engineer by qualification, environmentalist by belief, and a zero waste practitioner by passion. Coming from a family where not many people have done education that seriously, I was the first engineer of my family. After reaching that stability, I started traveling. I started going for more solo treks, I started exploring more in the mountains, and there came a point where I was finding my peace in the mountains and not in the city life where I had all the stability. While on the treks also, I had seen that there is a lot of places which have been polluted. I was picking up the trash on the mountains, and that was the first time when I was like, this place which is not accessible for say about 4 to 6 months, that place has been littered so much. So how this waste will find its way out? That was something which really triggered me. But can I do something around it? Can I get my hands dirty? Little Green World has a vision of enabling each individual to become a conservationist and a zero waste practitioner. Our main focus is to work in environment education. We want to work in behavioral change that happens with the awareness and training. We also want to create sustainable alternatives, because if we have sustainable alternatives which enables people to achieve better practices, then it is something that will amplify the results that we are trying to achieve. We had proposed this infrastructure projects in Ladakh region in 2 schools, one in Zanskar, one in Kargil. Passive solar buildings cum classrooms were proposed, and these classrooms will be built with the locally available resources, and this will be built with the also the waste which is there, to integrate the whole aspect of learning on climate change and waste. The students, the teachers and the community, all the stakeholders will be involved, and these schools and the classrooms will be utilized during the winter months when the temperatures in places like Zanskar are going to minus 20 degrees. The classrooms are not utilized because they are very cold and they are not comforting to the students. So generally on the sunny days, the students and the teachers sit outside in the sun. So with this passive solar classroom, what we are trying to do is reduce the heating electricity which is required for the rooms, and also give a comfortable space to students and the teachers. And this will be also utilized as a community center for the communities. In Kargil, again we are trying to focus on the community as well as the school. In schools, there will be different resource banks that will be built, say plastic bank, plastic wrapper bank, paper bank and other such banks. And similarly, these banks will be also installed in the community level. And composting will be also adopted in these schools. So again, trying to focus on the children, teachers and the community, and how they can look for alternatives, how they can look for better practices that they can adopt. Plastic bottled water has stood as the biggest issue. As per a research, 50,000 plastic bottles were dumped daily in 2018 in tourism season. We surveyed more than 99 hotels, homestays, guest houses and restaurants across Ladakh. We had asked this, would you like to be called as a plastic bottle free establishment? And more than 90% of the establishment had said that they want to be a plastic bottle free establishment. Creating that alternatives is important. So we are building a biosand water filter in Ladakh region, which will be installed in this homestays, guest houses, restaurants, hotels, and asking people, the tourists, to opt for a refillable bottle instead of a plastic bottled water. End of the day, my focus is to get more and more Ladakhi with me and enable them to work them for their own region, because they have so many beautiful amazing things here in Ladakh itself that they can work on. Refusing is the most important aspect when it comes to zero waste practicing. So be more mindful when you are choosing any item. If you have something, say no for it. Don't just go for it just because it's free or it's available or it's cheap.